Okay, I have a new phone, so I'm gonna test it out by attempting to decipher what Reverend Pastor Rob Parsley was the message he was trying to get across to everybody. He said silent no more. I think that's what it's called. I saw it on somebody else. A lot of people were sharing it, so I was like, let me really listen to it. Because sometimes I listen to stuff, but I don't listen to it. I listen to it, you get the idea of what they're trying to say, but then I just, I don't get too involved because that ain't always good. But yeah, I'm going to try to understand what he's saying. I went through it and wrote some stuff down. So, I think he is addressing the protests, the riots, the looting, everything that's going on now. That's happened before, and it happens over and over because we're not changing. America is not changing. But on here, he's kind of like praising America. And I guess we have to be grateful. I'm gonna put it that way. We just have to be grateful, and especially coming from a preacher. Yeah, that's the mindset you have, and it's kind of hard being political and being a God person at the same time because
brothers and sisters.
Political people have to address everyone, just not Christians. All kinds of backgrounds.
And every brother and
every
sister
community has to be addressed in the political field versus the church. You kind of like speak to the church, and we all have the same language, and it's all based on the Bible. But in the world, you have to cater to everybody. You have to cater to same-sex marriages. You have to cater to the KKK. You have to cater to gangs. Everybody. You can't leave anybody out. You have to address every situation. In it says that we're a nation under God, so we're supposed to all serve the same God. But what God means to one person, it may not mean to the next person. So anyway, I'm not going to try to go on and on, but you get my drift that the church really talks to the church and try to get the church to gain disciples by witnessing their belief and giving a person the opportunity to join the church and be like the church. And the church is set apart from the world. We don't do what everybody else do. Even though we do, we don't. That's another story. But anyway, let's try to address Brother Pastor Reverend Rob Parsley. And I'm only doing this because everybody's sharing his video. I don't know if it's from a sincere place or is it just something that we do. They do. Well-known people do. I don't know. Is it a part of it all? I guess it comes with the territory with them. So let's look at it. I'm just an ordinary person that's gonna look at it, you know. I wonder if I can flip the phone so you can see it. I'm gonna find out.
I want to speak to every brother and sister that I have. My black brothers and sisters, my Asian brothers and sisters, my Arab brothers and sisters, my Hispanic brothers and sisters, and even my white brothers and sisters. Hear the heart of God. Please be done with bitterness. Please put away hate.
Okay. What I just heard him say, he named all the races and he used the term brothers and sisters. And he said, even my white brothers and sisters. I guess he means because that's commonly used among church people, um, black people. We call each other brothers and sisters. I don't really hear white people saying that amongst each other, but we call each other brothers and sisters. And also in the church, when you are adopted into the family of Jesus Christ, we become brothers and sisters. So I think that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to include everybody that is a child of God. And we're one nation under God. So we're all brothers and sisters. He said, let's get rid of the bitterness and hatred. I think he's saying he wants us to heal because some stuff you can't get over. You can't get over it overnight. He said, get rid of the bitterness and the hatred. That means get some counseling and forgive others and join the church because in the church you have to be forgiving. That's it's required of you. You can't go around being angry and doing stuff to people because you're mad about the injustices that you face from day to day. Even though you face them, you have to give them and look for ways to correct it. Go through the judicial system, whatever you have to do. But as Christians, we can't go around beating people cars and shooting people, hanging people. Not real Christians. You have those undercover people who do that kind of stuff, but he's saying let that go. He's really saying give your heart to God. That's what I got out of it. So let's hear some more. Okay.
We live in a great land. Let me shout it before you respond to me. It was founded by people just like you. Flawed. But those framers framed the liberties that every one of us enjoy today.
Okay. He said that we live in a great land, and to him, of course, it's great to him because he's white, I think, and he's a leader of a church. He's well known and well respected, and life is pretty good for him. So, to him, this is a great land, and to other people, um, it's not great, you know, because some of us are born in the struggle, we live in the struggle, and we die in the struggle. In America, it's not fair to everyone. It's not fair. The system is okay, but we don't have access to the system. We don't have knowledge of what to do to achieve and to be better. We don't have the mentors. We don't have the counseling. We don't have the direction from others. And a lot of times it is limited. Our knowledge and our wisdom, it is limited, and it's restricted by our hardships and what we go through. Sometimes we can't even comprehend it if we do hear it because of what we experience as African Americans. I can't speak for any other community, but I know African Americans, I know what we go through because I'm a Black woman. And I've experienced a lot of things. I've worked jobs. I've been to school, and it's evident, but it's something that you just fight through. But he's calling it a great land because it is great to him, and to me, it's not that it's bad. It's just not fair. Everybody experience is not the same. So coming from my perspective and maybe somebody else's is not really fair. Okay, so we're gonna go on to see what else he has to say. Let's see.
If you hate America, please give me your alternative.
That comment, if you hate America, please give me your alternative. That kind of I was with him until he said that, and when he said that, it made me think about when President Trump made the comment to Black people, vote for him. What do you have to lose? You're already given an unfair life. You don't have anything. We control everything, and so continue on in it. I mean, just vote and go along to get along, and just do that. But what do I have to lose? The people who are fighting feel like they're losing their opportunities. They're losing a chance to live because cops are killing us, and we're not getting a chance to live what the Constitution says, that we have rights to, the pursuit of happiness and liberty. I know recently, when Obama was in office, he allowed the LBG, I don't know all the letters, but he allowed that community to pursue happiness and liberty to do what they choose, and he did the same-sex marriage. So America, in a political standpoint, they kind of like, getting better. But as far as Blacks are concerned, what do we have to lose? We have to lose our dignity. We have a lot to lose, But I'm not going to get into all of that. But I can understand his perspective. Where you going to go? To Africa? Where you going to go? Somewhere else and live? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what he meant by that. Okay, so, but we do have a lot to lose, yeah. So let's hear some more.
Don't hate our founders. That's a lie. Don't discard their legacy. Well, they had slaves. Every one of them freed their slaves either during their life or upon their death. And we fought a civil war. Our nation has been washed in the blood of the bloodiest war ever fought to secure that we can stand here today and speak out against a curse. Maybe I could call it the birth defect of America.
Okay, he said, don't hate your forefathers. I know they've been destroying some of the statues of different people, and that might be what he's talking about. And he said, don't discard the legacy. I'm thinking like he's talking about the Constitution, which it wasn't for us. It was there, but it didn't apply to us because we were black. And somewhere down the line, he said they had slaves, but they freed slaves. You know, a lot of people had slaves or whatever, but somewhere down the line, they decided that people of color should be slaves and that they should be beaten, and mistreated and treated like property, not like human beings. And that kind of like lingered on into today. And from personal experiences, some black people even have that same mindset as like, you got to do what them people tell you to do, like the white folks tell you to do in order to survive in this world. And it's not, I think it's from our history. We have that, some of us have that same mindset, and we don't feel free. We don't feel free to speak our opinion. We don't feel free to say something's not right. We don't have that. We can't do that. We don't have that freedom to some people. And he said they freed their slaves, but they didn't change their mentality if they did free their slaves. And at least now, when we work for someone, because you are a slave to whoever you answer to, who can tell you what to do, or whatever. So they don't treat, every job don't treat you like a person or a human being or a partnership. They treat you like property, and they treat you like you do what I say do, and that's it. You have no voice. I don't care if it's unfair. I don't care how it makes you feel. You just have to go along with what we say or whatever. So, but at least now they give you like a pension when you leave or something like that. But our ancestors didn't get nothing. If they were free, they still had to struggle to survive, and still had to walk in the back of the restaurant, still had to wait to get on the bus. You know, the Rosa Parks thing, that wasn't too long ago. So even though they said we were free, their mentality didn't change towards us. They didn't treat us like we were free. And a lot of us didn't believe that we were really free. We didn't act like, we didn't know we were free. So we behaved like slaves because, one, they never wanted us educated. And because they didn't want us educated and we went along with it, we stay ignorant to a lot of things, and that held us back, and that continues to hold us back. Everybody want to hustle, but a lot of people don't want to learn so they can change the world and make it a better place for themselves and who's coming behind them. So yeah, he said they freed the slaves, but they not really. They freed them, but they didn't. Okay.
Over there's the Eckfeld family. They've got about 19 children living in their home, most of which were born with a birth defect. Shall we throw them away and say they have no value? Shall we throw America away? Should we throw the idea of America away because it's still not perfect? Or should we stand up and fight to make it a more perfect union? Let's stand up together, hand in hand, arm in arm, and let's build a nation better than the one our framers could even envision.
Okay, the thing with the defect, he said that America was born handicapped in some kind of way. And so I think it was not so much a defect. I just think that it was greed. It was the need to have by any means necessary. And that even meant having slaves and treating people horrible to get what you want. So that wasn't a defect. Maybe their minds were defected. They were ignorant and didn't realize how they were treating people. But now that we know right from wrong, I don't understand how the Bible, I think they were Catholic back then, but the Bible always told us to love your neighbor as yourself, to treat people right, or whatever. So I don't understand. Maybe I need to see what the Bible said back then. Maybe it was revised or something. But yeah, my Bible talks about love and how to treat each other. And I don't think what they did to black people was love. I don't think that was love at all. So, yeah, but I understand that some people are born with certain defects, like just like a car. All of them go on the assembly line and they get made or whatever. And sometimes they recall the cars because there's something wrong with the car. And they fix it. So maybe that's what he means. And that's how we are as people sometimes. Some of us are born with mental illness. Some of us are kleptomaniacs and steal for no reason. And some of us lie for no reason, just lie. We all born with something that we do that doesn't line up with what's right. Not morally right, ethically right. It's just wrong. And so, yeah, so I think that's what he meant. That they didn't have it right in the head, but they were trying to get it right. And we now have a chance to make it better. Now that we know right from wrong. It's a heart issue because some white people, they know right from wrong and they choose right. It's some black people know right from wrong and they choose right. Vice versa, both races choose wrong as well. So it's an individual thing that we have to work on. And hopefully in your groups or your community that people come together and decide to make things right. So, yeah, let's listen to the rest of it.
We need you. We love you. We need you to be rooted in the rich, rich soil from which our republic sprang. Remember these words from Winston Churchill, will you? If we open a conflict between the past and the present, we'll lose the future. We have to dream bigger. We have to believe stronger. And as for me and my house, this is the time to stand tall in all the beauty of who we are. And hold tightly to the wisdom of our fathers. To dream their dreams of a righteous America. And become that generation where black men say to white men, and white men say to Asian men, Asian men say to Hispanic men. Let's join hands together. And under God, let's be silent no more. Let's restore America.
Okay. Okay. So the ending was good. Let's get together, everybody, and do us right. And make historical. Oh, I almost said make America great again. Restore America. I don't. If America lost its place in it never was. I don't know if we can restore. I don't know if that was the right word. But what we can do is make a better America. Right the wrongs and make this place livable for everyone. And do what the Constitution says for everyone. And equal injustice for all. Not some, but for all. And without prejudice. That's what we need to do. I'm not quite sure what he meant by restore. I don't know. We're happy because we choose to be happy. But what we experience in America is not, I don't want to restore nothing from the past. I want America to get better. And for everyone. Okay. So that's my conclusion of the video. And I hope you enjoy my interpretation of what was said. And I kind of feel like he's a Trump supporter, and which that's his right. I mean, it is what it is. People can choose whatever they want to choose. I don't hate you because of who you vote for. I don't hate you because of what you believe. Your whatever choices you make. That's you, as long as you're not tearing anybody else down and you're treating everybody fairly. That's all that matters. What you choose to do with your personal life is your business. Who you choose to vote for, what political party you participate in, I'm going to have an opinion about it, but I'm not going to hate you for it, and I'm not going to punish you for it. I'm not going to retaliate against you for what you believe. I'm not going to do that. And no one should do that, and nobody should be subject to that. So that's ungodly. But yeah, this is my perspective. Okay? God bless.